Deep in the heart of Central Texas is the Best of the Outdoors podcast, brought to you by Texas Fish and Game Magazine, the voice of the Texas outdoor nation. I'm your humble host, Dustin Warncke. So excited to be back with you guys again. I am rebranding myself as the Outdoor Success Guy with my new course and with my new books that I just recently launched, and really excited to have the chance to share some more stuff about Texas and beyond in the outdoors with you, and just have the chance to bend your listening ears for a little while for a podcast. And our last two shows we did at ICAST, one was called Total Chaos, because it was, with Chester and Cal. We're actually going to start doing a series of shows with Chester and Cal together on the phone, I think, going forward, probably every month to 6 weeks, 4 weeks to 6 weeks. We'll have a show, kind of a special edition of the Best of the Outdoors with Cal and Chester, because that was so much fun. Our last podcast we did, that was a blast. So, and guess what, guys? It's that time of the month again. It is Silencer Shop time. This podcast is brought to you by Silencer Shop. When your transfer is powered by Silencer Shop, you have access to an error-free Form 4 process, the largest inventory in the industry, and you may even qualify for their exclusive 90-day money-back guarantee, where you can receive a full refund, including your tax stamp, if you're not 100% satisfied. SilencerShop.com is the place to check out. That's right. With over 300 powered by Silencer Shop retailers nationwide, there's always one close by. You can shop their entire inventory online anytime you want on their website. Demand powered by. Find your nearest dealer or shop the industry-leading inventory at silencershop.com. Powered by Silencer Shop. Listen, if you don't get it powered by, then you are missing out on the largest inventory in the industry, a 90-day money-back guarantee, and the most obvious, error-free forms and fast ATF processing. I hate waiting for stuff. I know you hate waiting for stuff. The faster you can make that whole process work for you to own your suppressor, and I know there's at least one listener to the show that I talked to recently that is getting his silencer from Silencer Shop, and that makes me feel really great about them being a sponsor on the show. But you know, this is the best way to buy a silencer, basically. Okay, I've been a fan of Silencer Shop for the last 3 years. They've been working with our magazine for the last 2.5. Really leaders in the industry and an incredible company. So check out Powered by Silencer Shop, silencershop.com. That's silencershop.com. We also have a program going on right now this summer months here in the summer called Staying Cool on Outdoor Adventures, sponsored by Arctic Eyes. If you've not checked out Arctic Eyes before, checked out the content that we have at fishgame.com about Arctic Eyes, you're missing out, man. These guys are great. I use these ice packs in my freezer all the time. They're fantastic. They work really well. They last about as long as ice does, but they keep your ice longer, especially if you got something frozen. You use the Tundra series to keep your stuff frozen. If you've got something you want to keep cool but not frozen, you got the Alaskan series. And if you want to keep your beer ice cold and don't want a whole mess and hassle of ice, the Chill and Brew. I mean, fantastic stuff, guys. Really solid program that we've got together. Chester Moore and I work together on doing the program at fishgame.com, and you can check out fishgame.com and check out the banner that we have. You should see one of the 3 banners that should lead you to the Staying Cool on Outdoor Adventures landing page that we did for Arctic Ice. It's free. All the content and everything like that is free to check out. We've got 8 articles and several videos there for you to watch, read, and listen to. And just a really fantastic program there that we've worked on that's going on here in July and August. Okay, and if you're part of our mailing list, I talk about this every show, so I'm going to talk about it early on here. Fishgame.com, look for the newsletters link. If you've not done so already, download our newsletters in your email box every 3 times a week, and you've got the Tactical and Practical Tuesday, the Wildlife Wednesday, and the Thursday Texas State of the Outdoor Nation. They're free, and they're like getting a mini magazine every day because, or 3 days a week of the 5 days, and it's really cool to digest some cool stuff that we're doing on the web. Chester Moore has done a fantastic job editing all that stuff and coming up with good, solid, quality content that will keep you engaged in our message of the Texas Outdoor Nation. So be sure to check that out. Fishgame.com for Arctic Ice and fishgame.com for our newsletter. Back from the iCast show, getting caught up on everything. Oh, you guys in the podcast, it has been 2 weeks when you're receiving this, and our last show was just crazy. So I really appreciate you guys watching, reading, and listening, tuning into our stuff, checking us out. Every quarter of the year is what I mean, I'd like to do a gear review podcast, and that's something I want to start doing on this show is just kind of a regular feature because what I do, I'm a gear guy. I love the hunting and fishing industry stuff. I love the gear that I use in the field and on the water, and I really want to bring to you some of the things that I'm using that I think you can benefit from in the outdoors, and whether you just fish or just hunt or do both, I think you'll find this episode to be very enlightening on some things you may not have thought of, and I'm going to give links to most all these things that I give, or you can easily Google them from the show notes that I give you at the show notes of this program. You can do that, and I've just got some really cool things here on my desk and around my desk here to review this show, and I wanted to do something a little bit different just to kind of mix things up and kind of do a hunting and fishing combined episode since we haven't done one of those for a while, and we've been really heavy on the fishing stuff with the iCast coverage lately. Wasn't it a blast 2 shows ago with Chester Moore and More Outdoors? That was so much fun, man. And the last one we had, Total Chaos with Cal and Chester, that was just a blast. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, reading, and listening, tuning in, and when listening to those podcasts, even though I live streamed the podcast underneath my personal Facebook profile instead of the Texas Fishing Game, I still feel pretty dumb about that, but anyway, it's all good. So, moving right along. First thing I want to bring up is a product that I've just been really interested in, and I've used a little bit since the iCast show, and I want to talk about some new stuff that's coming on the market, and some current gear that I'm using, and some stuff that I just received. So I've got kind of a smorgasbord of stuff for you today on this show. Reeler Shield, that's REELER' Shield, sunscreen is what this is, and basically it is like a speed stick. If you remember your deodorant sticks, especially us guys, we use deodorant sticks all the time instead of sprays, a lot of us. That's what this is. It's like a mini deodorant stick. It's SPF 30, it is water resistant for 80 minutes, and it's called the Reeler Shield, and this is made by a company called Outdoor Technologies. They've run a new gear with us in the magazine at Texas Fishing Game on their outdoor tech wear, which is basically jerseys that are made from recycled water bottles and other recycled materials. And Keith Pittman's the guy that started this, and he's just a great guy. I got to meet with him a little bit at iCast and get to learn a little bit more about this. But the thing I've always had the issue with, and you may be like this, okay, whether you use Bullfrog or any kind of the lotions or potions or spray on sunscreens that are out there, or the gels, they can get messy and they can get on your bait and they can ruin your fishing, especially when you're out on the water. So this is more like a dry speed stick. It goes on dry and it goes on clear. And all you do is basically just pop the lid off, which I'm doing right now. Turn the little knob to advance some of the product, and basically just rub it all over your neck, on your face, on your arms, wherever you're going to be exposed to the sun. And this is fantastic, man. This is great because then you just rub it in and you're done. And it's sunscreen the easy way is the way I call it, because it's really brilliant technology that they have here, that it's UVA and UVB protection. It is mineral-based and it is natural sunscreen. It is eco and reef friendly, environmentally friendly. So, I mean, to find all that stuff in one product, I almost didn't believe it until I got my own sample pack here, and I'm just really excited about what these guys are up to. So that's Reeler Shield sunscreen, and this is a little 0.65 ounce sample that I got here, but you can go to www.reelers-shield.com. Of course, you can't put apostrophes in website addresses, but reelers-shield.com, and I'll put that in the show notes. They have an email address and everything like that with Outdoor Technologies, and I really love this stuff, man. This is really, really good quality sunscreen, and really clean and dry, and you don't have a mess and get sunscreen all over your bait and everything like that, man. I dig that for sure. So one of the other products that I wanted to bring up to this show is one I've had for a little while here, and the Reeler sunscreen I just got at the iCast show last week. But the Rody knife sharpener from Lansky, it is an 8-in-1 key tool. And what this is basically a knife sharpener and several other things. And on the back of the packaging, I saved the packaging after I got this. It's got a carabiner on it. It's got a carbide knife sharpener. It's got a variable hex wrench, which is really cool for hex stuff. It's got a Phillips head screwdriver. It's got a pry tool. It's got a flathead screwdriver. It's got a bottle opener, and it's got a line cutter, all in one tool. And this thing is so lightweight and convenient and easy to carry around and everything like that. I'm in love with this. I'm in the process of writing a Texas tester review to go in Texas Fishing Game magazine about this product, and I'm a gear guy. I mean, you guys know that by now here. This is stuff that really is efficient and effective for getting stuff done in the outdoors. If you've got a knife you need to sharpen, this thing does it all. It's even got a little ruler on it that basically gives kind of the hash marks of a ruler, and the 1 inch, I think it's a 1 inch mark, and really this thing's awesome. So the Rody knife sharpener 8-in-1 key tool from Lansky, I'm really enjoying this thing, using it, and I really highly recommend that you check one of these out. I believe Lansky is carried pretty heavily in Academy. In fact, I know that they are. I'm not sure if the Rody's available there, but they have a website you can obviously purchase this through, or find out places you can purchase through, and that's Lansky.com. That's LANSKY.com, Lansky.com, and you can check out this Rody knife sharpener. I'm really happy they sent this to me. I love it. I'm in love with it. It's awesome. So and kind of veering off to, that was a kind of a hunting product, and the first one was kind of a fishing product with sunscreen, even though you can use sunscreen for any kind of activity outdoors. Back to fishing real quick. Another thing that I picked up and I talked about in the last podcast that I got from iCast was the iBobber Bluetooth scale with fish gripper. This is an up to 99-pound scale. It's a digital scale, and it's Bluetooth, as I said in the description. It's got a fish gripper. It's got a really nice handle to it, a real nice feel to the actual. It's got a handle, and it's got a kind of an area you can grab it in the middle that's kind of indented, so you can grab it really easily, and you can basically communicate with the iBobber app, and stainless steel hook, fish-free gripper, or free fish gripper. It comes with it. Links to the free app. Reading all the stuff on the box here. Up to 99 pounds. Built-in tape measure, which is nice. And it's got a bright LED screen so you can see what you're doing at night. I catch a lot of my biggest catfish with my fishing ministry, Crosswater Outfitters, at night on Lake Conroe. That's when the big boys come, is after dinner, and a lot of times it's dark because it's winter when we fish those lakes, and having a good LED screen and then something that communicates with your smartphone. What an idea. I have not seen this kind of stuff on the market in a while, and I follow a lot of this hunting and fishing technology. I haven't seen anything quite like this that communicates with an app. Sure, there's a lot of scales out there, and but this one actually communicates with the iBobber app, and you can put your data in and timestamp it and everything like that. Record with ease and accuracy. Weighs up to 99 pounds. Built-in 39-inch tape measure, unless you have like a big old redfish that's over that, but that should take care of a lot of fish. Add weight with free app, built-in digital display, bright digital display, backlit for nighttime use, like I just talked about. Weigh fish safely with the lip gripper, and single-handed operation. Man, I've really been impressed with this thing. This is going to go on the market soon. It's not out yet, but one thing to check out as well from the iBobber people is the Netfish app, which is a free app you can download. It's kind of like a social media app for fishing. There's several of them out there on the market that are fishing apps, but the neat thing about this is the iBobber and the Netfish app are both very intuitive and record your catch's weight and length on your smartphone. It's really cool. So the nice thing with the app as well is weather, trip log, and GPS tagging, so you can see where you caught your biggest fish. Realsonar.com. It requires two AAA batteries that are not included, and I've got one here I'm getting ready to use in the water next time I go fishing. But realsonar.com, and that's REEL sonar.com, RELLSONAR.com, if you want to type that into your phone, however you're listening. Realsonar.com. So Reel, kind of like the rod and reel. Really love these guys. Met with them at iCast. They've got some great things on the horizon that they're doing, but what really caught my eye about this product is how digital and how easy it is to use with your smartphone. And I think anything like that, technology-wise, I use. Now, as I said on the one of the last shows that we did, I use technology to make me a better fisherman or a better hunter or a better overall outdoorsman. I don't use it as a crutch. And I assume most of you guys that use technology, like your electronics for fishing and kayak electronics and all kinds of different things like that do the same thing. You want to see what water temp is. You want to see what water, what's below, what structure, that kind of stuff. And the nice thing about a lot of the companies, as we talked about at the iCast podcast when I was mobile, is that a lot of these shows, thing I see at a lot of these shows is the amount of amazing castable sonars, and I talked about that with Chester on his radio show that we did simulcast with this podcast. And the thing that I really blows me away about that is that it opens up fishing to everybody. It's more accessible. They're not very expensive. I mean, a deeper or an iBobber, or there's several out there on the market. I'm not going to recommend just one, but they all have their advantages and disadvantages and pros and cons and everything like that. But I mean, the really nice thing about all of that is that they provide value to you, and they're a piece of fishing equipment that can provide value to you no matter where you are. And I watch a lot of YouTube fishing videos. I'm here to tell you don't even need just a boat, even a kayak. You can catch a lot of great fish on the bank. I mean, there are a lot of guys on YouTube that do it all the time, that run buzz baits on golf courses and golf course ponds and everything like that, and catch just a wide variety of fish in freshwater. And then saltwater, you've got a wide variety of different things you can do from the beach or the bank. There's a lot of things with fishing, especially, that makes it very affordable to do and very cost effective to do. But these products that we talk about at these shows, I mean, are just fantastic. So it's just another thing to crank around and use for your advantage. All right, moving right along. I'm moving around my office here and pulling some different stuff up. This is a hunting product, and this is called the Wild Light, Lite, Wild Light. Wild-Light from Outdoor Edge. You may have seen this in stores. The funny thing about this, I got 2 Wild Light kits from one for Christmas this last year. I can't believe we're almost looking around Christmas again, because when this podcast comes out, it's going to be late July. We're already going to be in August, and it's all blur until December, so it's just crazy how fast things go. But this I got for Christmas this past year, and there's a wild cape, wild skin, and wild boning knife. And then this comes with, it's like a little pack, a little black case that this all comes in. So it's kind of hard over the podcast waves to explain this. It comes with a set of gloves with a reusable pouch that you can put the gloves in, a reusable plastic bag you can put new gloves in, and I kind of stuff some extra ones in there. And then it also comes with an Outdoor Edge sharpener. All right, it has a fine carbide, fine ceramic and coarse carbide, and I probably did those in the wrong order. Coarse carbide and fine ceramic knife sharpeners, so you can sharpen your knives. It's got a neat little handle. You can hold it in between your finger and your thumb, and basically hold it on the counter or any kind of hard flat surface that you're going to be sharpening your knife on, and you sharpen it through the coarse carbide first, and then the fine ceramic to finish the edge. And this all comes in one kit, guys, and it's a really affordable kit. I ended up buying one. I liked it so much, I bought one for my dad for his birthday, which is right after the first of the year, and so I liked mine so much, I ordered one from, I think it was Sportsman's Guide or something like that. They had them on sale, and I don't think I paid, it was less than $50 I think I paid for this. So the nice thing about Outdoor Edge knives, if you don't know a lot about them, for hunting and fishing knives both, they've gotten more, and I talked about this in the SHOT Show podcast, if you listened to those back in January, they've gotten more into the field of the table stuff, okay? So for fishing, for hunting, for anything that you're killing and grilling, they've got a product for you. And that's a nice thing about what I've seen companies like this come out with, is the innovation of the different things that is more than just for your hunting and fishing, finish out things. It's for taking it to the table. So they've got neat little spatulas and their tongs and those kind of things that are lighted. They've got they've got all kinds of different sets of things for the kitchen. Just really neat stuff. But for the field, I thought this Wildlife kit was just great. 3 knives, 1 sharpener, 1 bag full of gloves, and I stuffed extra gloves in there, so mine's kind of full. But the Wild Cape, Wild Skin, and Wild Bone knife. Now, they make another set in a sheath that it just has the Wild Skin and Wild Cape, I believe. That's what I've got in the other one. My mom gave me that for my birthday. So here's the progression, all right? my Secret Santa gift, Kathy at DB Hunting Ranch. We were all doing a gift exchange, and she gave me this for Christmas. All right, for a Christmas gift. I in turn bought this same set for my dad as a birthday gift. And then I received another set of the Wild Cape and the Wild Skin knife together with a sheath for my birthday in May. So this is kind of like a full circle deal, I guess. I've given these, I've received these, I love these. I'm carrying the both sets with me. Obviously, if I'm doing some more backcountry stuff, I carry the backpack, the black case, wildlife kit, and then the other ones, just if I'm just doing some real close upfront stuff, just the sheath is kind of lighter weight to pack along for those kind of things, or vice versa. It just depends on what you're doing. But the Wild Cape, Wild Skin, and Wild Bone knife from Outdoor Edge, and the Wildlight kit. So really, really impressed with this knife set. It holds their edge really well. Outdoor Edge has been known for very affordable knives, but also very high quality stainless steel. Just really cool case that this comes in too. It's durable as nails, man. I mean, just as much abuse as I give my equipment in the outdoors, it's kind of nice to know that something like this is out there that offers that kind of stability and durability. So that's very, very important. All right, moving right along. Odor Pro. Kind of sounds weird to say. Odor Pro Light KL52. Odor Pro KL52 Light Kit. You can look this up on Amazon. I will put links in the show notes. Odor Pro basically contacted me a few months ago. I think it was early spring or late winter. And they reached out to me and said, hey, seen some YouTube reviews and stuff. I'd like to see if you want to advertise, or not advertise, but review our light on your YouTube channel to help us advertise, basically what they were saying. Organically review this light and that kind of stuff. So I did a review at my house, just kind of an impromptu thing, showing the throw on this light as far as the wide beam up close and its variable zoom. So it makes a very tight beam up front when you zoom in the light. Okay, so basically this is a light that has a white LED, a red LED, a IR LED, and a green LED. And I said I would talk about this on the podcast when I talked about this in the video, and I didn't catch it enough time to do it in the last podcast that I did gear reviews. But basically the Odor Pro Light is a whole kit that comes in a nice black case. And I don't know what it is with black cases, but they're just my thing. It basically comes with those 4 LED modules, 1 installed in the battery, and 3 modules that are LED diode modules that are in little cases, little round cases that are at the top of the case that are just kind of buried in the little indentions for them. It comes with a pressure switch. It comes with a end cap, regular end cap, like you like to use. It comes with 2 batteries, 18650 flashlight batteries, which are really popular in these extreme hunting lights, as I call them. It comes with just a little bit of everything. I mean, there's so much. 2 batteries, battery charger, everything that you need, and it's a little bit over $100. I think is what I saw them selling for last time I looked, and maybe $112 shipped, something like that. But they're really affordable price. Now, some of these products I know are made in China. All right. But the thing is, a lot of companies we don't even know about in some cases do their production stuff in China because it's cheaper. But I've seen the quality from Chinese optics and Chinese, all kinds of Chinese things improve over the years. And it doesn't make me any less American because I use China stuff. But this particular company is based in China, but they make a really solidly awesome flashlight. And I've reviewed quite a few flashlights in my days. Was part of varmintlights.com for a while, and they kind of got out of the business, and was a big proponent of their flashlights. But having an interchangeable LED and an interchangeable battery system and a zoomable light that has a huge throw for it makes it great for bow hunting. It makes it great for bow fishing. It makes it great for your longer rifle adventures. Okay, so out to 250, 300 yards, the green LED is going to be your best pick for a coyote hunt. Okay, or if the coyotes are sensitive to green, the red LED. It's got everything that you need. It's awesome, and the price is really good. And I've been kind of tracking my what I've been posting out there, and a lot of people have found a lot of luck with this light, and I've kind of promoted that in my Facebook page and that kind of stuff because I really think it's a high quality deal. So it's the KL52 light from Odor Pro. You can find this on Amazon.com and get it shipped to you, Prime or no matter what. You get free shipping. I think it's over $25 sometimes on Amazon. I got it for free shipping because we have Prime here at my house. But that's a great compliment to go along with, even fishing, because a lot of times I'll take a marine light that's waterproof, and this has replaceable O-rings and everything like that. The Odor Pro light does. So you can take this on the boat. Very nice for nighttime navigation, especially with the variable zoom if you need to see your dock and coming into a landing location for your boat for the night. The wide beam is going to give you the best field of view, and then you get down to your smaller targets that are out there. So let's say jug fishing, which is something I do quite a bit with my fishing ministry, Crosswater Outfitters. I use the real thin beam for reaching out there and seeing the reflectors on the jug, so I can check to see if they're flagged or laying down, and so on and so forth. So it's got a lot of multiple uses for fishing and hunting both, but it's designed as a hunting light. That's what the colored LEDs are for, because pigs and other wildlife can't see the colors very well. Now, it has been said, and I said this in the video, coyotes can see green a lot better than they can see red. So red's what a lot of people use for predator hunting, but I've used both for hogs and have had no issues at all with them seeing the light of that colored LED. So the nice thing is about the colored LEDs was changed over the years is you used to just have filters, and there's one flashlight that I have that I'll talk about here in a minute that is a filter light that you basically put filters on, but it's a very strong LED headlamp. It's just the LEDs that have the different diodes that you can change out, the different modules you can change out, are even brighter than the filters. So I mean, that's a nice thing about lights, and I know quite a bit about lights, so take my advice. It's a good one for sure. So that's a good thing. All right. I didn't really plan on mentioning this one, but it just came to mind because it's something I use all the time. It is the Vapor Trail Sense Display, VTS, Vapor Trail Sense. I'm writing this on my show notes here. Display headlamp, all right? And what this thing is a rechargeable lamp, headlamp, and they have another one called the Trailblazer, and it has even longer battery life on it. But I'll just give you an example. You can check all these out at vaportrailsense.com or vaportrailoutdoors.com. Both will get you to the same place. And I don't think I mentioned this on my last show back in April. Forgive me if I did. It's been a while since we did that podcast, so now that we're almost in August. But basically, this particular light that I just like the one that I talked about before is one that I use a lot in the woods and the field, and it's great for marine and for hunting use, so fishing or hunting or boating or whatever the case may be. And I've used it for everything. It's kind of bulky, it's a little big, but it's got a built-in battery to it, and basically it has an adjustable up-down adjustment to it, and it's a fixed lens, so it doesn't zoom in or zoom out, but you really don't need it because it has high and low settings. That's it. And it's wildly useful in the woods. This is called the display from Vapor Trail Sense. The cool thing about this light that I love is that the straps hold it really securely to your head. I get a lot of jokes from my friends when I go hunting. They say, how many channels can you pick up on that thing because the bell is so big on the light bulb or on the light assembly. But the battery power, guys, on high 10 hours. On low, 20 hours. And the Trailblazer light that I'm getting ready to do a review on is even longer than that. It's amazing. It comes with a little charging accessory that you basically plug in and plug into the wall. Takes a little while to charge, and then it's good to go. I mean, how many times have you heard of a battery light that's really, really, what am I trying to say? A flashlight that is really, really bright, that has a 10 to 20 hour battery life on it, and the little LED screen that it has on it actually has the variety of hours and percentage of the battery that's left, so you always know how much battery power you have left. The thing's reliable. I've dropped it. I've accidentally kicked it. It's been through my rigors of the outdoors, and it still works. And it's very, very, very reliable. And I've used it many, many, many times in the outdoors, and really needed that extra battery life. And so without having to carry around extra chargers and all that stuff and extra batteries, it's all built into one, man. Come on, get out of here. It's awesome. So the Vapor Trail Sense display light, and they have several other hunting lights available there. This particular light that's what made me think of the last flashlight that we were talking about, the Odor Pro. This particular Vapor Trail light has a just an incredible throw to it. I mean, it's got a good wide throw, but it's also got a good long throw, and really good for long distance stuff, especially boating, hunting, fishing, that kind of stuff at night. Really, really good stuff. So the Vapor Trail Sense display, or vaportrailoutdoors.com. So you can check that out on both sides. Okay. Talked about a couple of things here. There's another light while we're on lights. Let me pick this up here. I have it in my office here. I've got all this stuff scattered all over the place in my office. This is I believe the name is Kinsack, KS5992. I just got this from Amazon yesterday. Got this from a company from Amazon that wants me to review it, and I've not had a lot of use for it, but I have found not had a lot of use for it lately because I just got it yesterday. I haven't had a chance to take it out in the woods. But the cool thing about this is it is a lantern and it's a flashlight all in one. And I'm going to put a link to this on my show notes page here so you can check this out. But basically, it's got three things. It's got a flashlight, it's got a lantern, and so all you do, and you can't see this on the podcast, but basically you turn it on and it is so bright. It's got all these little LED panels in it. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, I believe, LED panels. Yeah, 4 LED panels. So it looks like it's a lantern. It puts out an amazing amount of light. But it also has, you can use, I believe at the same time, there's a button for I'm still figuring this out, but this is pretty cool. You can use it at the same time. There's a button for a long range flashlight at the bottom. So you can set this down and you can use it that way as a lantern, or you can use it as a flashlight, or you can do both at the same time. That's really, really cool. So I'm still learning about this a little bit. It has a USB plug that it basically plugs into your computer, plugs into your car adapter or your house adapter or whatever for AC or DC, and basically turns on or turns off, turns partially on, turns partially off. Really, really cool. But anyway, this all being said, also the thing that really got my attention about this particular light is that it has, not only does it have a USB in where you can charge it, it has a USB out. Yes, it does. This is really cool because I'm a sucker for my battery packs. All right, when it comes to mobile gear and having to charge a lot of things in a lot of ways, this has a one USB port that you plug your device into, your phone, your iPad, whatever. And basically it charges, as well as it being a light, and as well as it having a battery meter on it as well to help you see how much battery power and conserve your battery power on this light. Great for camping and great for our technological age where everything is USB powered and everything needs to be charged at some point. And right now with our technology the way that it is, everything needs a cord. Everything needs a cord of some kind. You can do some wireless recharging, but this is fantastic, and this has a cool little handle to it. It's got little areas you can hook it to hang it. It's got little two little wire hook things that bounce up here, or that pop up here, so you can hang it vertically, or you can hang it hold it horizontally if you're going to be using it for a flashlight. I mean, this thing is just a little bit of everything, and it's really low cost. Another product that I highly recommend, because just getting it's a new gear thing more than it is a gear review, since this is new, kind of like the Bluetooth scale and the couple other things in the sunscreen that I mentioned earlier. But I'm really excited about the possibilities of something like this, because it really has a little bit of everything. It's great for camping, great for work light outside. Just overall really great things. I'll post a link for this on Amazon so you can check it out. It's also solar power. You can also get solar power for the light, and I love this thing. USB wire charging, switch, indicator, got a little bit of everything on here. So anyway, it's just kind of like taking your kitchen sink camping with you, because it's got 2 flashlights in one and a USB battery charger. I think that's pretty cool. All right, moving right along. Talked about a lot of stuff. Also wanted to talk about TWAD. They make a bipod and cleaning mat and gun case and scope that I recently all just tested. You can check out my reviews on all 4 of those at my YouTube channel, youtube.com/DWARNCKE is my YouTube channel. You can see the videos that I've done on these. The bipod's very nice, very compact, very much stays out of the way. I'm not a huge bipod guy, but I do have bipods on several of my guns, and and I added one to my 1022 Ruger that has got all tactically broken out and tactical attire, and it's really makes a good steady shot. But it's flexible. That's the thing I like about this bipod. And it is a gun-mounted bipod. A lot of times when I'm crossbow hunting, I use a separate bipod or separate tripod or separate monopod, typically monopod or a bipod, just because it doesn't really get in the way so much. But I mean, something like this is just great. The quad bipod, you can find that. I'll put the link in the show notes. Cleaning mat for AR-15. If you ever tried to put an AR-15 rifle together, I know a few of you guys out there own AR-15s, and ever got stuck, because this has happened to me. This happened to me one time on a shotgun that I had to just send into the factory because I got so stuck on putting it back together, I just couldn't figure it out. And they put it all back together. But if you've ever been stuck on an AR-15 and needed an exploded diagram of how to wire that particular, or not wire, but how to put it back together the way that you got it apart, this has an exploded diagram of the AR-15, of every part in the AR-15, and it's a durable cleaning mat. Thing's awesome. It's chemical and spill resistant. It is really easy to wash. Really like this thing. I've really been happy with it. Cleaned a few guns with it, and has really been a nice clean way to not get my behind kicked out in the garage to clean guns during the summer heat when I come back from the gun range. So I really like that as far as shooting. The cleaning mat's really cool. The bipod, very easy to adjust, very easily stays out of the way, like I said earlier. Just to get back to that, it's got 6.5 to 9 inch length to it. So basically, if you want to shoot with it partially extended or fully extended, you've got some options there, and then it folds to be out of the way. It's really easy to adjust. Really good stuff there. It's not so quick to attach, because some of the stuff that is quick to attach these days, people expect to be just instantly, but I don't have, for the price point on it, I thought it was great. And I really highly recommend that bipod for your AR-15 or any other tactical gun that you want a steady long-range shooting rest on, for a bipod. The gun case, okay, I'm just kind of rapid firing through all the TWAD stuff that I just reviewed. Basically, it is a AR-15 style or an AK-47, any kind of short carbine tactical rifle style case. It's black. It has 4 pockets and a long chamber for cleaning supplies, anything like that, boar snakes, all that other stuff can go in the long pouch that it has, with a long, I call it chamber, but it's just kind of like a side pocket, if you will. And then it's got 4 magazine pockets that you can have. So you've probably seen, cases like this around, but the nice thing about this one is the inside has that kind of eggshell crate foam in it, and it really is nicer on my AR-15s than the other case that I just bought from someplace. I don't know where it was made, but I think I bought it from Walmart or something, and it does not have any padding in the inside at all. It's just vinyl. And while that's okay, I mean, as much running around as I do and banging around on my gun cases and stuff like that, I like to have that extra security of the installation. So the installation is fine. You can order all this stuff on Amazon, by the way, so it's really easy and quickly ships to your home. And then the scope. I've not tested the scope out on a rifle as of today, but my son is getting an AR-15 that I'm having a friend of mine build, that builds guns all the time. He's a gunsmith, and I'm going to put this bad boy on there. It's a 6-24 by 50 millimeter. I just did a YouTube review last week on it, and you can basically check that out at my YouTube channel. Again, youtube.com/D Warncke, DWARNCKE, and that'll be one of the first videos you'll see on my uploads for my video channel. You can check that out. And really the cool thing about all of that is that it's neat. I mean, it's long for a rifle scope, so you probably wouldn't put it on the shortest carbine that you own, or a SBR, short barrel rifle, but it's really good. I mean, so far the optical quality's been great, the durability's been good. Haven't had any major issues, and the reviews on Amazon are really good as well. So I did kind of a review on the basic optical quality that I saw in the scope, and just kind of seeing what the features and everything like that. It comes with more accessories, and Carter's got liver pills. Forgive me for using that joke, it's kind of dated, but it's got a lot of accessories. It's got a scope eyepiece. It's got a sunshade, which I love sunshades on scopes. I don't know why, it just makes them look longer and cooler. I just have always liked that. But it's got a sunshade installed. It's got rings already on it. You can mount it, and it also comes with 2 lighted reticles, either green or red, in different power variations. And just for all of that, for the price of the scopes, like $36, I mean, you just normally don't see that around. So, except for really higher end scopes. So, not endorsing the scope, just saying that I think it's a decent buy. Especially if you're looking for something that's cost effective to put on your gun, your range gun or your hunting gun or whatever. I know this company fairly well. I've talked to the people behind it, behind TWAD, and I've read really good reviews on YouTube, or on Facebook and YouTube and Amazon on these, and so definitely want to check out if you're looking for a low budget scope for your hunting and fishing, or your hunting adventures rather. And then I just there's so much stuff to consider about what we're talking about here. So my main thing, I won't keep the show much longer than this, but my main thing I want to say is what's happening in the industry with the products that are coming to market and the things that are coming to fruition, is that you're getting lower prices and higher quality. And that's a nice thing I like to see in the outdoor industry when I follow these trends and check out these companies and that kind of stuff, because things continue to improve and get better for you and me, the consumer. Now, I know I'm a media. I know I get some of this stuff for free. I know I get all that stuff, but I really want to bring you value in this show. It's my whole idea with doing this show, doing this podcast, and sharing this with you, is basically to bring you the value and the affordability and the durability and the usability of different things, whether we're talking about the sunscreen or the flashlight lantern or the headlamp or any of that stuff, the Lansky Roadie, whatever the case may be. I'm just here to bring you something that's going to be of value to you in the woods or on the water. And that's what I'm really about, is showing that to you. And this is just stuff that I've had good experiences with, so I had to show it to you as in return. So anyway, thank you guys so much for checking us out. Be sure to check out Silencer Shop. Our friends over there are awesome. If you're looking for a silencer for your gun, these guys are great for your handgun, for your rifle. You name it, they've got a little bit of everything. They carry a lot of the major brands, most of the major brands out there of silencers, and just a fantastic company to work through for getting your paperwork done and everything like that. So check them out. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and checking out the show. Please, if you've not done so, I haven't asked for this in a while. If you've not done so, please leave us a 5-star rating on iTunes or wherever you found the podcast. And please leave us a 5-star rating, wherever you are, it's Facebook or, Google Podcasts or wherever you are. Just leave us a 5-star rating. That'll help more people find the show, especially on iTunes, though. If you do consume podcasts through iTunes, that's kind of the kingpin of the podcasting world still, is iTunes. So if you leave a 5-star review and rating for us, if you like what you hear, this show isn't just for Texas. This is for Texas and beyond. I know a lot of you listen from all over the place, and I really appreciate you guys all doing so. And tell a friend if you think there's some stuff in outdoor inspiration, motivation, and lifestyle that we can help spread the good news of the Texas Outdoor Nation message to anybody that you have anywhere around the world. Please do so and share that with them, and they can become part of our listening audience as well. So I can't thank you guys enough. Every single one of you guys, I am so grateful for you. And I just want to tell you guys that again, no matter if you listen to the last iCast podcast or if you have however you found the show, I'm so glad you're here. And just thank you guys so much for tuning in and checking out our show. All right. Thank you again for watching, reading, and listening. Have an awesome day in the outdoors. We'll see you next time.